Bhavatiruttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nishchiki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Lange Devi Kripatam Vande Shri Guru Dina Dharinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Vishesha Shunyavadi Pashyati Deshadari Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Krishna's entrance into Dwaraka. Like, can someone refresh what we covered last few classes? Remember? So when Krishna entered Dwaraka, what was the mood of those devotees there?
They
They
were
were
in
melancholy.
and they
were all in
they felt very
melancholy, but with
dejected.
the auspicious conch shell blowing.
And then he blew the
Yeah.
conch shell, which was a sign.
So when they heard the conch shell, why was it like very pleasing to them?
Because that was a sign of Lord entering into the
Yeah,
Dharma.
Yeah, so
They
it's
had
kind of
that
it
hope that
pacified
now
their
he's coming.
dejection.
Yeah.
Pacified. So like where else we heard this the same thing? Conch shell pacifying.
Yes, before
During the war,
During the
Mataji.
war,
Bhagavad
During
Gita
the war.
verse. Yeah.
Yeah, Panchajanya Rishikesha
Panchajanya
Rishikesham.
Devadatta.
Devadatta.
So when Krishna blew the conch shell, it shattered the hearts of Dhritarashtra, I mean Duryodhan's whole team. Why? Why did it shatter their heart?
Because it showed the sign of victory, Mataji. It was so...
because they were with Adharma.
And it was a divine one, no, Mataji?
Adharma,
was the
because
divine...
Mataji, it was an indication that anyways they are going to, I mean, they'll be defeated, and Lord himself is there on the Pandavas side. So the victory
but
would be there.
shattered, like what was the main reason which shattered their heart?
Because
there was Prabhupada mentions in the purport.
Always in Kurukshetra, good things only will be winning, and they are in the wrong side.
Yeah, very good. Yes, that is the answer. They are in the side of Adharma. Adharma side. So Prabhupada mentions in the purport, like they are, since they are in the Adharma side, naturally they are like any analogy you can remember?
Like the weeds of the
yes, Mataji,
weeds can be picked up and thrown away from the field.
And Lord Krishna, he is the father of religion.
Yeah,
that's
analogy.
Mataji, the weeds one, that they'll be picked up like the weeds of from the field and be thrown away, the Kauravas.
Yeah, that is the whole battlefield. You know, I'm asking the shattering of the heart. When they heard the conch shell, the heart shattered. Like, for example, if you hear a police van siren, does it make any difference to you? No, because you know you are being the Dharma side, you didn't do anything wrong. But if there is a thief hiding in your house, or a murderer or whatever, somebody have done some kind of a theft and he's guilty of it, and when he hears even an ambulance siren, he'll think it's a police siren, like, and his heartbeat will increase. So like that is the analogy given, like you hear the siren of a police van, then those who are in the Adharma side, their heartbeat increase. Those who are pious, because we see police every time, like every day, but we are not heartbeat doesn't increase, because unless we do it, like we don't have a helmet, or you don't, when you ride a two-wheeler, or you don't wear a seat belt, then then your heartbeat will definitely increase. And so that means when Adharma was in the side of Dhritarashtra's team, the Duryodhan side, what did Mataji say? Okay, so when Adharma was in the side, when they heard this conch shell, which is a transcendental conch shell, it's not a normal conch shell, transcendental conch shell, definitely because they are on the side of Adharma, and this conch shell indicates that Dharma is going to win, and it's Dharma Kshetre, and so it's shattered the hearts of them. So here, when the conch shell was blown, like here also in temples, no, during before and after Aarti, you hear the conch shell blown. Now, sometimes just close your eyes, you feel like you've gone to Vaikuntha and came back. Like some pujaris conchals are like so huge, like so wide and so long, just like it just goes and come back. So it says, you know why the pujaris blow the conchal before and after the arti? Anyone knows? Okay, it's a part of Pancharatri Vidhi. It's a part of the deity worship. But still, it is said when...
auspicious.
Mataji, is it like a avan to God? To avan means
Yeah, it's welcoming him. Okay, and
Welcoming Lord.
welcoming him, like,
Yeah.
no?
yeah, it's auspicious. Then what else? It's an indication for someone. It's an indication to the demigods that Lord Vishnu's worship is happening. So when the conchal is blown, I don't know, what about other demigod worshippers? They blow conchal? No. Other temples
The
have
blow,
not seen.
Mataji.
Yes,
I'm not-
Mataji,
Yes,
they
Mataji,
blow the
for Lord
Mataji, they
conchal.
blow.
Yes,
Every
Mataji.
temple it is
They
there.
Shiva
also
Mataji.
blow.
Not
Yes.
every
Yeah.
temple. Not
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
temple. I think in Kerala and all I've not seen. But here it is said that it's for, because Lord Vishnu, the absolute truth, Krishna as the absolute truth is getting worshipped. Even the demigods, they pay obeisances, it is said. Like when Krishna showed the Vishwarupa, the demigods saw. Like so when Krishna came as Shukar Rupa, that is Varahadev, the demigods came to collect the Charanamrit. So demigods are always waiting to seize the pastimes of the Lord. No, and it is said, no, when Krishna changed his universal form to the 400 form and then the 200 form, he actually there it is said even demigods find it difficult to see this 200 form of the Lord. Okay, so we stopped here where Lord Krishna is entering and the conchal, and it pacified those in Dwaraka, and the females were on the terrace, no, on the rooftop, and they also came running to see Krishna and different bhav. They see Krishna in different bhav. Today, one morning, when Mataji was asking, like, what was our swaroop? Like, when before we fell down from the spiritual world, we'll have a swaroop. Like, we would be some kind of a servant in the spiritual world. But where did we fall down from? Did we fall from Vaikunta or Goloka? Both are spiritual planet, no? How do we know from where we have fallen? Does anyone know?
Vaikunta Mataji.
Mataji, we can't remember 4 days before. What would
Vaikunta, why?
Yes.
Why?
Mataji, it depends upon our purity, how pure we were. So
Depends on your bhav. Yes, it definitely depends on which bhav we were in, or what was our rasa with the Lord. Okay, if we have worshipped Krishna in Aishwarya bhav, definitely from
Then
Vaikunta.
it will
But if
be
you would
Vaikunta.
have some Valsalya, Madhurya, Sakya, definitely which is seen exclusively in Goloka. So it depends on what bhav we have developed with the Lord or rasa. Then
Mataji, does our name also help us in connecting with that? The initiated names?
spiritual, yes,
To some extent, no?
yeah, initiated name actually. Then
How it helps?
okay, so what about the Sambradaya? Does it make any difference, the Sambradaya which we follow?
Yes.
Yes, Mataji, definitely.
That Guru takes you to the back to Godhead. So which sampradaya you are in, so he will take to
I'm
that.
asking Vaikunta and Goloka, since we follow the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sambradaya, and you've seen in Goloka Vrindavan, there's like a lotus, no? So in middle there's Radha Krishna. Who else is there in the middle? In the Shweta Deep.
Middle is Radha Krishna with Odiya and with the Dwarika Krishna on the sides.
No,
And
no,
with
no.
the,
Not Dwaraka Krishna. It's Goloka. I'm talking about Goloka.
No, I'm saying about Goloka only. Radha Krishna in the center with Odiya and Krishna in
Mataji,
Dwarika.
Radha Krishna in the center, and who else is there? Dwaraka is shown somewhere
And
else.
the Sakhis, all Ashta Sakhis
Yeah,
around.
they are there in the lotus petals. I'm asking in the center. They are in the petals.
is
The
it
Ashta
Mataji,
Sakhis.
Balramji, I mean, in the form of
Chaitanya
that?
Mahaprabhu is there.
Ah, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yeah.
It's Gauranga in the center. You see, if you see closely, I'll show. How do I? Okay, if you see this part, which is Goloka. Here I'm showing Goloka. That is the lotus petals, the pink one. Okay, so here In the middle, there's Radha Krishna. You can see them.
Adoriya, that is what I said. Adoriya is with the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and then Dwarika, I mean, with
Chaitanya
gopis.
No, gopis okay. Gopis are all there. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu word didn't come. So see here. This is what
Okay,
I'm asking.
yeah.
See this part.
Yeah, yeah.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yes.
So
Sorry.
here,
Yeah,
since
yeah.
Gaudiya Vaishnavas
Yes, ma'am.
worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we chant the Panchatattva mantra Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gauri Bhaktarinda. Just imagine how easy it is for us. It's not easy to go to Goloka, okay? In Radha Krishna standard of worship. But if you worship Gauranga, okay, it's clear now. Can you all see?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes,
Okay,
Mataji,
Mataji.
it is on the
Yes.
other
Beautiful
side.
Mataji, very bold.
Other
Yeah,
side,
this is
Mataji.
Radha Krishna here in the center.
Yeah,
And as Mataji said, the Sakis, you can see the petals.
yeah,
Sudevi,
that is a Mataji. No,
Yes,
inside
yes.
there's on the other side. No, one
Yeah,
side is
Shuchitra, Indulekha. And who's behind them? Behind Lalita Vishaka, who's that?
Manjaris, Mataji.
Manjaris, Rupa
Manjari.
Manjari,
Mataji.
Bhakti Manjari,
These
These
are
are
the
Prabhu
Sakis
Lavang
and the
Manjari,
Manjaris later.
Guna
And this
Anang
Rupa
Manjari,
Manjari
Lavang
has come
Manjari.
as who in our Sampradaya?
Sri Rupa
Rupa
Goswami,
Rupa
Rupa Manjari.
Goswami is
And
Rupa
just
Manjari.
imagine our connection. Like when I went to Vrindavan Institute of Higher Education, all the deities all were there. They have their own small temples, very cute temple where we were given chance to do Guru Puja. Like I had an opportunity to learn some things from there. So we were given an opportunity to do Guru Puja to Prabhupada. And the main Guru Puja was done for Srila Rupa Goswami.
Rupa
Rupa Goswami's
Goswami,
big
yeah.
picture was kept and he is worshipped because Rupa Goswami is our teacher. He is our Shiksha Guru. Through his books, we are learning. So just imagine our connection. Okay, we can connect to Goloka through Rupa Goswami. Also, just beside Radha Krishna, you can see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his associates, all of them. So this is an easy way to go to Goloka. And there you can see the Harinam Mahamantra, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Gologera Premadan Harinam
Mataji,
Sankirtan.
other side, who is there, Mataji? Other side?
That is
One side
again
is Chaitanya
Radha Krishna.
Mahaprabhu.
Krishna
Krishna
is
with the
Dwarika. Dwarika
Dwarika.
Krishna.
Okay, thank
With his
It's not Dwaraka Krishna Mataji, it is Vrindavan Krishna. Because Dwaraka is shown somewhere here, Mathura, Jagannath Puri and Dwaraka.
okay,
This
okay.
is
Sorry,
Dwaraka.
Mataji.
Here is
Yeah,
Dwaraka.
Krishna with gopis. Right, right.
Gopis, yeah, because
Sorry.
Dwaraka
Mataji,
also the
that is
worship.
some
Yeah,
Leela,
that is
no?
outside.
Some Leela is going on, isn't it, Mataji?
Yeah,
Some
Leela,
pastime
all
is
the
going on.
petals, you can see all the different Leelas, Damodar Leela all
Yeah,
going on.
in the
In
petals there are
Dwaraka, it
Leelas
is
going
little
on.
Aishwarya mixed Madhurya.
Right, right. It is Aishwarya. This is.
Queens of Dwaraka are having Aishwarya mixed. But that's why in Dwaraka also Krishna said Radhe, Radhe, Gopi, Gopi, and the Jagannath form came. So this is Krishna in Vrindavan, okay, and the Leela going on. So just I took from somewhere to somewhere I reached, but I just wanted to explain like how fortunate we are that by worshipping Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And no offense, but then Sri Sampradayas, they don't accept Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Krishna. That one devotee fought with me, kind of argued and said, no, 100% sure Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is just a devotee. Yes, he came in a form of a devotee as, that's why Krishna is called Triyugi. Okay, he comes in 3 yuga, means in all the 4 yugas he comes, but in Kali Yuga, it's Channa Avatar. I think 7th
Yes.
canto, 7th canto
Yes.
Srimad Bhagavatam, where Prahlad Maharaj, he says that you are three yugi Krishna. And in the purport, I was like confused. So Prabhupada mentions there, why he is called Triyugi? Because in Kali Yuga, it is Channavatar. Channavatar means what?
Hidden incarnation.
Hidden incarnation. Not everyone can get revealed, or Krishna doesn't get revealed to everyone in Kali Yuga. That means in Kali Yuga, it is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and only Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we are confirmed that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, because he showed the universal form to Advaita Acharya. Okay, and so we are very fortunate by Srila Prabhupada's mercy. Otherwise, we won't get that fortune, but we are very fortunate to worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the quick way to go back to Goloka is by chanting the Panchatattva mantra along with Hare Krishna Mahamantra, definitely. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very, very merciful. And we as Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we are very fortunate to come under this parampara. Okay. So here in Dwaraka, it is Aishwarya mixed bhav. So Krishna is in Dwaraka Krishna. He still missed the gopis here because the bhav is different. Here it's Aishwarya mixed. Okay. So understanding Krishna as the absolute truth. 1.11.6. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Natasmate Nata Sadangripangajam Virinja Surendra Vanditam Parayanam Kshemam Ihecha tam param nayatra kala prabhavet para prabhu. The citizens said, "Oh Lord, you are worshipped by all the demigods like Brahma, the four sanas, and even the King of Heaven. You are the ultimate rest for those who are really aspiring to achieve the highest benefit of life. You are the supreme transcendental Lord, and the inevitable time cannot exert its influence upon you." Why is that time cannot exert the influence on Krishna?
Because time is under the
Because
control
he
of
is Kala.
Krishna.
He is
Aham
time
Kalo
himself.
Asmi.
Yeah,
Time is not
strictly, but
under the
there is no
control.
impact of time. It
Time is
only
not
the
under the
material.
control of
Yeah.
Krishna. Krishna is time. Krishna
Time.
says
Yes,
Kalosmi.
Kalosmi.
Yes, Mataji,
Kalosmi.
Aham Kalo
Krishna says
Asmi.
he is time.
Mataji,
No?
that's why he could appear in the Satyug also through
Yeah.
Bhagavan. He can come in
So
all the yugas whenever he
all the
wants.
yugas. So yeah. So that's why Kalosmi. Krishna says he is the time. So what does the time factor do? What is the main thing the time factor does?
Death.
Hmm?
Death. It destroys.
Janma.
Destroys everything. Very
Janma
good. So
Mrityu. Yeah.
Yes,
time
Mataji,
factor
Janma Mrityu,
destroys
Jara
everything.
Vyadhi.
Jara Vyadhi.
So how many attended today's Bhagavatam class by Namanishta Prabhu? Did you
Attended
attend?
Mataji. Yes.
So there Prabhu says one thing, like when Puranjana was saying that after 50 years, like those who across that age, then we should become serious in Krishna consciousness. That we should not waste time. That is avyartha kalatvam. And always try to become serious in Krishna consciousness because we don't have time. In the sense, time in the sense that's prayena alpayusa sabya, no? So we don't know. So we have to become serious. He was saying like just going into and again into material things, no? We get entrapped again and again. But then it says it's at the age of 50, Vanaprastha. But as Prabhu said, we can't give away the responsibilities and run away to the forest. No, but inside, Antarnishta Bahya Vyavahar, inside we should start giving up all material connections and get focused more on Krishna. So here, the Dwarkavasis are praising Krishna that even the demigods worship the Lord. No, he is the absolute truth because Krishna is the absolute truth, one without a second. No, he is one without a second. So the demigods also worship the Lord in the sense, if you see Rudra Geet, the Lord Shiva also praise Krishna as the Supreme Personality Godhead. He accepts. Lord Shiva says to Parvati also, no? Aradhananam sarvesham Vishnu Radha Aradhanam param tasmat paradaram devi tadiyana samarchanam. So where Lord Shiva says, out of all the worship, Vishnu worship is the most. And above Vishnu worship is what?
Tadiyana.
Vaishnavas
Devotees
worship.
worship.
Devotees
Vaishnavas.
worship.
Worship of Krishna's devotees.
Devotees.
Okay.
Tadiyana.
So Tadiyana Samarchanam means the worship of Krishna's devotees. No, that is more than worshipping Krishna. Because Krishna loves to see his devotees getting glorified. What is it? Bhaktya Pujapi Adhikam. My devotees should be worshipped more than me, Krishna says. Because they are very, very dear. Kintu Prabhuya Priya Tasya. Very, very dear to Krishna. So yes, so as Lord Shiva also, even Lord Brahma, they worship the Lord and then they chant the holy name. So even demigods are doing that. Now, what about a conditioned soul like us? Okay, the conditioned soul have to do sadhana siddha. They have to do sadhana and do. But who are nitya siddhas?
Liberated
Who are
souls.
nitya siddhas?
Eternally
Liberated souls,
liberated
Mataji.
souls.
Eternal
Eternally associated.
associated with the Lord.
So they don't have to do sadhana, means they are nitya siddhas. Okay, so now the question is, which category does Prahlad comes? Prahlad come under what?
Nitya Siddha Mataji.
It's Siddha only.
Okay, you put in the chat how many saying he's nitya siddha, how many is saying he's sadhana siddha. Just type in the chat so that I know how many things he's nitya siddha, how many things he's sadhana siddha. Is Prahlad nitya siddha or sadhana siddha? That's my question. Okay, sadhana, sadhana. Many are putting sadhana. Okay, those who have put sadhana siddhas like Shama Priya Matji, Gita Course, Prabhu, Gopal Prabhu. Okay, why do you think he is sadhana siddha? Those who have written sadhana siddhas, you can answer that. Why
Mataji
do you-
constantly chants the name of the Lord, Mataji.
Very good. He
Remembering the Lord.
constantly chant.
In the service of Lord, devotion service.
He comes under which category of Shravanam Kirtanam? Which category?
Smaranam. Smaranam.
Which one?
Smaranam,
Smaranam.
Mataji.
Smaranam. Very good.
Mataji.
So,
Smaranam, Smaranam.
always remembering Krishna. Okay. So in that way, he is Nitya Siddha. Well, Sadhana Siddha. Now, what about Nitya Siddhas? Those who have said Nitya Siddhas.
Mataji, by birth only he is aware of Lord Krishna's supremacy, and he
Yes.
was even guiding. He was not listening to that his own Acharya, Shukracharya and Marka,
Yes.
Amarka and all, but he was having strong faith in Lord Krishna by birth.
By birth. Okay. So in that way, he is Nitya Siddha, you are saying.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Mataji,
Yes,
he came
Mataji.
as an instrument actually to for
Yes.
Narsimhadev to kill Hiranyakashipu. So
Yes.
that way, I
He came,
think he's a Nitya Siddha.
yeah, he came as to
Because
teach
he
how
was
to
able
become
to
a pure devotee.
manifest, Narsimhadev also because of his prayers and his devotion to the
Okay, now let's see. Let's see. This is all our opinions, right? Let's see what Prabhupada says. I remember this because just today I read this. Okay. So 7th Canto, 10th chapter, verse number 3. So here, in the purport, yeah, can someone read? Nitya
Yes,
Siddhas.
Mataji, I
Yeah,
can.
from here.
Nitya
Hare Krishna.
Siddha devotees come from Vaikuntha to this material world to teach by their personal example how to become a devotee. The living entities in this material world can take lessons from such Nitya Siddha devotees and thus become inclined to return home back to Godhead. A Nitya Siddha devotee comes from Vaikuntha upon the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and shows by his example how to become a pure devotee. Ani Abhilashita Shunyam. In spite of coming to this material world, the Nitya Siddha devotee is never attracted by the allurements of material environment. A perfect example is Prahlad Maharaj, who is a Nitya Siddha, a Mahabhagavata devotee. Although Prahlad was born in the family of Hiranyakashipu, an atheist, he was never attached to any kind of materialistic enjoyment, desiring to exhibit the symptoms of a pure devotee. The Lord tried to induce Prahlad Maharaj to take material benedictions, but Prahlad Maharaj did not accept them. On the contrary, by his personal example, he showed the symptoms of a pure devotee. In other words, the Lord himself has no desire to send his pure devotee to this material world, nor does a devotee have any material purpose in coming. When the Lord himself appears as an incarnation within this material world, he is not allured by the material atmosphere and he has nothing to do with material activity. Yet, by his example, he teaches the common man how to become a devotee. Similarly, a devotee who comes here in accordance with the order of the Supreme Lord shows by his personal behavior how to become a pure devotee. A pure devotee, therefore, is a practical example for a living entities, including Lord Brahma. Hare Krishna.
So here he says he is Nitya Siddha.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So what about others who said Sadhana Siddha? How do you defend? Now, Prabhu said he did Smarana. Then?
So,
What?
Mataji, can we say a Nitya Siddha is always a Sadhana Siddha?
Nitya Siddha is a Sadhana Siddha.
Always a, yes, Mataji. That ways.
Because he
Now
just
let's
eternal
go.
Mataji,
servant.
Nitya Siddhas always come and set an example for sadhana siddhi so that you can always remember and think about the Lord as an example for others to follow.
Yeah. So Giridhar Prabhu, can you read this? 7, 10, 13. Okay, one second. You're able to see my screen? 7, 10, 13? No?
Yes,
Yes,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu, can you read this translation?
Yes, Mataji.
1 second. Purport.
Mataji, yeah, the screen
You
is
can
little
start
up.
from
Yes,
here.
Mataji. Yeah. Purport by Srila
No, come here.
Prabhupada.
Yeah, there are.
There are two classes of devotees, the sadhana siddha and the nitya siddha. Prahlad Maharaj is a mixed siddha. That is
Mixed Siddha. You got
siddha.
it? Now let's
Yes.
see what's the explanation. Yeah, start.
That is, he is perfect partly because of executing devotional service and partly because of eternal perfection. Thus, he
Yeah.
is compared to such devotees as Narada.
Even
Formally-
Narada is a mixed. We'll see how. Yes.
Formerly, Narada Muni was the son of a maidservant, and therefore, in his next birth, he attained perfection, sadhana siddha. Because of having executed devotional service, yet he is also a nitya siddha because he never forgets the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
So you got it? Narad
Yes.
Muni and Prahlad are mixed siddhas in the sense, actually there are sadhana siddhas and nitya siddhas. So both of your answers are right. Both of your explanations, because as sadhana siddha, yes, Prahlad Maharaj excelled in smaranam. So his sadhana was perfect. Whatever happened, he never compromised his sadhana. So through sadhana also, even though if he was not a nitya mukta, an eternal associate, he would have reached perfection just by his sadhana. So in that way, Prabhupada says he's perfect partially because he's executed devotional service of smarana. Now, partially he is correct because he's an eternal associate also. Okay, Prahlad is an eternal associate, is eternal perfection. So he's a mixed siddha. And Narad Muni also, he is the son of Brahma. He is eternal associate of the Lord. Okay, that is there. Why he is a Nitya Siddha? Prabhupada says he never forgets the Supreme Lord, always chanting Narayan, Narayan. But when he came as a Dasi Putra, when he came in the, as we have seen last previous chapters, when he came, the Chaturmasya time, he served the Bhakti Vedantas, he had the Uchishta, he served them, and he did devotional service. He heard from them. He attained perfection through sadhana. So because of having executed devotional service. So in that way, Narad Muni and Prahlad Maharaj are mixed siddhas. Both, they come under sadhana siddhas as well as nitya siddhas. Okay. So I felt I should share these two things with you, because Narad Muni we just recently saw. And out of all that, both, there is one more siddhas. Who's that? Sadhana siddha, nitya siddha, and there's one
Kripa
more.
Siddhas.
Kripa
Kripa
siddhas.
Siddha.
Just by mercy of Krishna. They don't even have to do sadhana. Who's an example for that? Kripa siddha. They wouldn't have done great sadhana. They are not eternal associate. But just by mercy, they went back.
Gopis.
Gopis are nitya siddhas. I mean, they are
Dhruva
already.
Maharaj.
Mataji, I may be
Gajendra.
wrong. Can I try?
Gajendra.
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, Vritasura?
Vritrasura, yes, there's a nice example of Kripa Siddha just by mercy. But he was Indradumna Maharaj and he had done devotional service in previous life. But yes, as Vritrasura, he was having Kripa. He got the mercy.
Mataji, Gajendra.
Gajendra also an example.
Nalakuvera Manigriva.
Yeah, they were also an example of Kripa Siddhas. Just by
Mataji, how about Driga? King Driga?
Mriga, yes, Mriga.
Mrigari.
Mataji, Mrigari also
Jadai
did
Padai,
not do any
Mataji,
sadhana.
Jadai
They
Padai.
is also Kripa Siddhas, because they have not done any devotional service. They have done a lot of aparats. Still they got delivered.
Mrigari.
Harinam Utharlo Tara Sakshi Jagai Matai. Yes.
Nalkuver.
Jagai Madai.
Okay. So all these are Kripa Siddhas. Kripa Siddhas. Just by the pure mercy of Krishna. Okay. So here, Prabhupada mentions about understanding Mayavadis and Vaishnavas. Mayavadis are impersonalists, Vaishnavas are personalists. Okay, and Mayavadis, yes, they think Brahma Satya, Jagan Mithya. They worship Brahman, which is non-dual. And how is Maya and the material world created? Like, we should know how the Maya is Krishna's energy. Mama Maya Durate, it said Krishna's energy. So in the last Durga Puja and all, devotees were praying to Maya, in the sense Durga Devi, like, please protect me from getting entrapped in Maya, in the sense, please make me always remember Krishna and do devotional service. Because she is also Krishna's energy. She can become Yoga Maya also for us. She is taking care of this material world. So here, to follow the Lord's advice or Lord's plan, that is a success formula. Namo Bhagadeva Devaya. Bhavayanastvam bhava vishwabhavana tvameva mata suhritpadi pita tvam sadguruna paramam cha daivatam yasyānuvritya kritino bhabhuvimam. O creator of the universe, you are our mother, well-wisher, Lord, Father, spiritual master and worshipable deity. By following in your footsteps, we have come successful in every respect. We pray, therefore, that you continue to bless us with your mercy. So yes, Krishna, Tvameva Mata, Tvameva Pita. He is our mother, he is our father, he is supreme, right? Is everything for us. And if you follow Krishna's plan or Krishna's advice, in the sense, what is the advice which the most secret advice Krishna gives in Bhagavad Gita for us to follow?
Manmana bhava
Manmana bhava madbhakto yajimam namaskuru.
Sorry.
That is the main advice Krishna gives, Manmana. Or Sarvadharma Parityaja, also Sharanam Vaja, to surrender to Krishna. So if you follow that advice, then Prabhupada says, what is the difficulty? You know, there's a book called What is the Difficulty? Did anyone read? Shuddha Kirti Prabhu.
Mataji, I had somebody presented to me.
Even I got it as a gift. It's
Yeah,
so
somebody
nice.
gifted to me this book.
Prabhupada always says, what is the difficulty? Follow the regulative principles. Get up early for Mangalarti. What is the difficulty? He always asks. And Shuddha Kirti Prabhu, he still lives in Vrindavan.
Yeah.
And he says he was Prabhupada's personal servant for a long time. Even though he was a grihastha, because he does nice massage for Prabhupada and take care of Prabhupada personally. So he had lot of personal experience with Prabhupada and he shared it in his book. What is the difficulty? So here they are saying, like, just Prabhupada says, just follow what is given in Bhagavad Gita. Why you have to do mental speculation and things like that? Just accept. Krishna says, Manmana badmat bhakto madhyajimam namaskuru. Do that. Always think of Krishna by chanting the holy name. Worship Krishna. Offer obeisance to Krishna. Become his devotee. Then Sharanam. Yes, to surrender to Krishna, that's a long step. But at least by doing this, we can go back to Krishna. So follow the Lord's advice, and that's Lord's plan to take us back to Godhead. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Kirtaniya Sadahari. So just follow the advice. And so Dwarkavasis are saying, we have followed your advice. That's why we have become please successful, and please bless us with that mercy. So directly we can't follow Krishna's advice. We follow Guru's advice, right? Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitte De Korgya. Whatever Prabhupada says, whatever, make sure every day you hear Prabhupada. At least 2 minutes, short's enough. Just hear Prabhupada's voice. It's very, very important. And we keep hearing what you say, like Prabhupada start talking to you, guiding you. So it's very important to hear Prabhupada. So the all good personality of Godhead, being the creator of the universe, also plans for good of all good living beings. The good living beings are advised by the Lord to follow his advice, and by doing so, they become successful in all spheres of life. So just by following the rules and regulations. Like today in Bhagavatam class also Prabhu was mentioning, onion garlic, you don't have a choice, because in the sense for a mixed family or a non-devotee family and all, you are not cooking, and so it's very difficult. Those who are in hostel, there's a Mataji who serves in a temple now. Just on weekends she comes. She's very young, in college, and in hostel she can't avoid. Her service attitude is so good, and we all were like, there's no way she can overcome all that. So onion garlic. But that's, you don't have a choice, you have forced to do it. But having tea and coffee is your entertainment, Prabhu says. In the sense, you can say to the family, I don't want a tea or coffee. Nobody forces you to take. Since my friend was separating onion garlic from her food, what did her mother do? Grinded onion garlic and mixed in the curry so that she can't even separate it. And this is how people in Kali Yuga is, you know. Prabhupada says, when you do Krishna consciousness, there will be a lot of enemies. Like Prahlad had his own father as the enemy, like that. That's not natural, Prabhupada says, to have enemies when you do bhakti. Because demons can't stand it, no? Why are you doing Hare Krishna, Hare Rama? But then sarcastically also they say, most of my friends, I think they got Ajnada Sukriti by saying, oh, you became Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. So sarcastically also they say they get the punya. They get the Ajnada Sukriti. No? So that is good. So just by following Krishna's advice or Guru's advice, like Srila Prabhupada's advice, Prabhupada says, chanting the holy name and following the 4 relative principles. Just by doing that, we can become successful in all spheres of life, it is said. And how to follow the plan of the Lord when great personalities like Mahajan, Bhishma Dev mentioned in chapter 9 that it's difficult to understand the plan of the Lord. So now how to follow it? Because it's difficult to understand the plan, no? So how do you follow?
We can
Whatever our
glorify
Guru is telling, we
Lord
can
Krishna.
follow our Guru. Yes,
All the
Mataji.
great devotees we can follow, no Mataji.
Yeah, Mahajanena Gatasya Panta. Dharmasya Tattvam Nihidam Guhayam. Dharmasya Tattvam Nihidam Guhayam. What does that mean? Dharma is inside the heart of a pure devotee. Okay. Dharmasya Tattvam. The truth of a dharma, it is Nihidam Guhayam. Guhayam means secret. And where is the secret seen? In the heart of a pure devotee, like Mahajans, especially Mahajans. So when you see a Mahajan, the Mahajans are actually great devotees or great souls, and they, it said, Dharmasya Tattvam Nihidam Guhayam Mahajanena Gadasya Panta. Dharmasya Tattvam, Tattvam means the truth about Dharma, Nihidam Guhayam, Rajavidya Rajaguhyam. Guhyam means as a secret. And where is it, the secret of Dharma residing? Here it is at great personalities, okay, simply by, not here. Yeah, the solid truth of religious principle is hidden in the heart of a self-realized person. And consequently, as Shastra command should accept whatever progressive path the Mahajans advocate. So whatever the Mahajans say, we have to follow it. And why? Because the truth of the religious principles is in the heart of a self-realized person. So definitely Srila Prabhupada is a self-realized person. He is an Acharya. He could make the whole world chant Hare Krishna. That was Mahaprabhu's advice, and it's Abhay Charana Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada who did that. People can say, we can say many things, but to put it into action is what does it say? Krishna Shakti Vina Nahi Hua Parivartan. Like without Krishna's Shakti or blessing or the power empowered, they can't do it. But so Prabhupada was specially empowered by Krishna for the Senapati Nayak he is. So here it is said religious principle is hidden in the heart of a selfless person. Okay, like Swayambhu Narada Shambhu Kumara Kapilo Manu Prahlada Janaka Bhishma Bali Vyasakir Ayam. So all these 12 of them, 12 Mahajans. So in that Prahlad also comes. So Prahlad comes here Swayambhu, even Brahma, Narada, Shambhu, all of them comes. So here, okay, so to follow the Lord's advice means, as you all said, yes, just we have to follow the footsteps of the Mahajans or the great souls and great devotees. So for us, who is a great, for us, for time being, yes, Mahajans are there, but for us, Srila Prabhupada is an Acharya who have given everything to us. So through that, we can reach the, go to the plan of the Lord. So here, did Krishna ever visit Vrindavan after leaving Mathura?
Yes,
Krishna
Mataji.
visit?
Yes.
I think in Padma Puran it is said yes, after
Just to take the
killing Dantavakra,
Brajavasis
but
back.
never left
otherwise left
Vrindavan.
Vrindavan.
That is one thing. He never left Vrindavan. Vrindavan
For
Paritijya
now,
Padamegam Nagachati.
Chakravarti
That
Thakur
is,
says he never left.
that is Yashodanandan Krishna. But Vasudeva Krishna left, yes.
Yes.
And in Vrindavan also, he is in Viraharas, no? It is in Vipralamba Bhav. He is not with togetherness with gopis. Even though he is in Vrindavan, he is in Vipralamba Bhav with the gopis. But after leaving, why did he visit Madura? I mean, yeah, Vrindavan. Did he visit?
He went to take all his associates back.
No, he had sent Uddhavji.
That is Uddhava. Krishna didn't
But
go.
Krishna did not go.
Uddhava went. So
went.
Uddhava looks as same as Krishna,
Same
only
as
he doesn't
Krishna.
have a flute and a peacock feather. Rest is body complexion, everything. So when Uddhava came with a letter to Vrindavan for the gopis and Yashodamaya and Nanda Maharaj, from far they thought it's Krishna, and many gopis they collapsed, thinking it's Krishna, but it was not Krishna. So Krishna sends the letter to Uddhava, and then we know what happened. But then he never came back, in the sense, later after 100 years in Kurukshetra they met actually, because it was eclipse. All the Vrindavan Vasis went there. And what pastime happened?
Jagannath Rath Yatra.
Radha. The gopis imagine Krishna was in ecstasy after seeing the Vrindavan Vasis after 100 years, but he never went to Vrindavan as such. But yes, he never left Vrindavan in one sense. He's always there in Vrindavan. But yes, so here Krishna, because he had responsibilities in Mathura and he wanted the Vipralamba Bhav to be there. Because gopis always remember Krishna, but when in the Rasa Leela, when Krishna left the gopis, that's the time when they were intensely remembering Krishna. So our movement also, Prabhupada says, it's in separation. It's in separation. Like the Goswamis also, they ask, where are you, Krishna? Where are you, Krishna? In intense separation. Like when Malti Devi, the Mataji had a daughter, no, Saraswati. She had a small silver Krishna deity, which Prabhupada gifted. And some devotees were playing with it, like small child, no, they play. So they were hiding the Krishna deity. So she was in intense pain. She ran to everyone and asked, did you see my Krishna? Did you see my Krishna? She was a 5-year-old. She was asking her deity, Krishna, small one. So they passed. Finally, it reached Prabhupada and Prabhupada kept it. Prabhupada was also hiding. And she went and asked everyone. Finally, with tears in her eyes, she went to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, did you see my Krishna? So Prabhupada said, this is the mood we should have. In the sense, all the gopis and the manjaris and also the Goswamis, they are in separation from Krishna, not like in togetherness. Because when you are in together with the family, you don't miss them. But when you are actually away from them, you keep thinking about them. So Krishna, just to intensify the love of the gopis, he is in Vipralamba Bhav. And that Vipralamba Kshetra is what? Which is the Vipralamba
Jagannath
Kshetra?
Puri.
Jagannath Puri. Why? I mean, why? Is there any?
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Krishna is in separation from
Chaitanya
Radharani.
Mahaprabhu is there, yes. So, yes, Krishna is in separation from Radharani, that is Jagannath. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radharani in separation from Krishna. So, both of them met there. No, that is in Jagannath Puri. So, that's a Vipralamba Kshetra there. So, that's like intense separation. Than Vrindavan. This is one of the reasons why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't go to Vrindavan and he went to Puri. One reason was Sachi Mata said, don't go to Vrindavan, be in Puri so that I can keep getting your news from Navadip. But that is just external reason. The main reason is the separation bhav, which Mahaprabhu wanted to feel because it's intense. Okay. So here we'll have a small activity. Jot down the present main points of learning and practical applications from 1 to 10. Practical applications I want. Okay. Just 3 to 5 points from per group. Practical applications from 1 to sloka number 10. Especially go through the purport of 10th, purport 10th and 9th, 10th. Okay, initially it is, so you can divide and read the purport might be, or okay, we'll have a small room, might be 2 rooms enough, so that each one can read one purport and just give the points to each. Okay, so we'll have a quick breakout room and come back.
Dipti Mataji, you can raise your digital hand. You can start.
Mataji, I'm trying to, I'm not able to find, I'm going into the reactions. It's just showing recognize your hand gestures, but it is not allowing me to raise my hand. I mean, I'm not getting that option. Or into, yeah,
It is to react or go to more.
more में तो माताजी है ही नहीं. I didn't find it.
React
It's
में ही
just
है,
docs,
react.
notes and
Reactions
react में. Yes, I got it, Mataji. Thank you. Yeah.
I don't know what the other group is doing a PhD on these two verses.
Hare Krishna, Deepti Mataji, yeah, you can start.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mataji, this is on behalf of the group. So the things that we discussed with respect to point number 10 and 9 and 10 is basically related to the unbearable separation from the Lord. That is the Vipralamba Bhav. So that is what has been identified here and helps us to understand that what kind of feelings the pure devotees have, what is it that the kind of the constitutional position we have to basically reawaken in ourselves. So when we see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from Chaitanya Charitamrit Anta Leela, we could notice, we were able to notice how when he went, he was just running along one of the, I think it's the Ganges River or the other river, and he was seeing the sand dunes, and he felt that these sand dunes, the Chatak Parvat, I believe, is a Govardhan hill. So this is the kind of the Vipralamba Bhav. So Chaitanya Charitamrit basically is helping us to understand what kind of devotional service we have to practice, and practical applications from the perspective of practical applications. uh, we have examples or basically the leadership models like His Holiness, our Guru Maharaj, basically His Holiness Jai Pataka Swami Maharaj, that despite of all the problems, he continues the way. I mean, there are such beautiful qualities of, he's a Paradukha Dukhi. He feels as if he is troubled when he sees the troubles of others, and he continues. We understand how he went to Malaysia recently and he had to come back spite of all the health conditions. He continues his preaching mission. And the other example I would like to quote is from His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. I don't remember exactly, it was one of the Maharajs who visited his, stayed in his room. He found it very difficult to stay in his room because it was near the station. Lots of trains, they, the sound of it was very noisy. It's very difficult to sleep there. But he was so much attached to the deities that he mentioned that the deities are in the room up, on top of this particular room. So that is the reason he wanted to always be under the shelter of the deities. He was so much attached to the deities that since the deities were there in the room, he wanted to stay in that particular room underneath that particular floor, that way. So we see how it is seen, and even from the gopis and Dwarka Vasis, which is visible here, that they were really in that Vipralambha bhav when the Lord was not there. And what happens for us, like it is like the Maya is so powerful that it is the darkness, but the Lord is like the sunshine, and we will always feel separation from the Lord because we are the jivas who are the part and parcel of the Lord. Mame vamshu jeev loke. So just like a cloud, it just gets a partial covering, just a temporary covering it brings. But ultimately, gradually, when it gets removed, the jiva can be connected to the Lord. Similarly, the sunshine, what I mean to say is the sunshine can be blocked for some time from the sun, but sunshine is not different or it is not separate from the sun disk. Similarly, we are just, it's a momentary fraction kind of a thing. It is just with respect to a moment that we are straight from the Lord. But once we understand what is our real position, and only with the help of devotional service, actually, that is what we are trying to do. We are trying to follow the four regulative principles. We're trying to do the sadhana. Why? Because our Guru Maharaj and our Srila Prabhupada, they have helped us to understand what is devotional service, and they help us to practice that. So this is the way we are able to understand. And not only that, as soon as we understand and we get enlightened by the presence of the Lord in our life, just like the sun, the darkness of illusion or the ignorance, it gets removed, and ultimately we can see the Lord face to face. So these are a few important points. So it is mentioned that if we see the Lord face to face, all the
Yes.
miseries are removed. So ideally, the miseries cannot be removed from somebody's life because we are in the material world. But ultimately, our perception will change. We'll totally be into that on the transcendental platform, wherein we would understand, we would relish the devotional service to the Lord when we are serving the Lord. So this is what we have understood, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Haripriya Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Diptimati Mataji has already covered major points. I would just like to add a few that in practical applications, what we can do is whatever talents we have as an individual in Krishna consciousness, we should use all those talents, whether it is music, arts, or literature, or singing, dancing, or whatever extra talents we have. We should use, or culinary talents, we should root for pleasing the senses of the Lord and for spreading Krishna consciousness rather than for achieving our own materialistic goals. Because if we please Krishna, then everything automatically follows, for which we keep running in this material world. For example, the Beatles, when Prabhupada, they wanted to give up everything and become devotees. So Srila Prabhupada told them, why do you want to give up everything and become the sannyasis, or give up your everything for what knowledge or what art form you have of music, rather than use it for spreading Krishna consciousness. In that process of spreading Krishna consciousness, they became famous also. They could gain more popularity, and they became the most popular band for chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Similarly, while we should not differentiate in Krishna consciousness, as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has also he blessed Haridas Thakur. So, like in Krishna consciousness, we should involve each and every segment and strata of the people. Lord Sri Prabhupada has also made women also come and join the ISKCON association. And similarly, what happens is that there is no demarcation that only this particular sect of the society will have Krishna consciousness and these people should be not allowed. Everybody is welcomed in ISKCON to join and do Krishna consciousness. Like when we see when Krishna entered Dwarka, even the prostitutes or the chandalas or every level of people who were there in the society, they all were greeting the Lord and making presentations to Lord as per their own standards. And Lord was reciprocating in the same form to them, whether it was elders, juniors, seniors. So that is also a very good practical application for all of us. And then it is not as the non-dual nature of the Lord is the name form of the Lord, or Harinam is equivalent to the Lord himself. So we should all do Harinam chanting more and more, so that it is just like direct association of the Lord as the Dwarkavasis had when the Lord arrived over them in Dwarka. Similarly, when the Lord's presence itself clears all the fears of the devotees who believe in him and who do complete surrender unto him. Similarly, we should keep visiting the temples and keep refreshing our association, I would say, in the materialistic form, when we go and do Archa Vigraha or temple service and do book distribution, or some way or the other, if we are associated with the name form pastimes of the Lord, it keeps us I would say cleaning our consciousness again and again, because we are in constant association of the material world, which can contaminate our consciousness. So visiting frequently the temples or doing dham yatras or association of the devotees, it keeps us cleaning that consciousness and reviving our spirituality. Hare Krishna, Mataji. These are the few additional points which we discussed in our group, other than what Mataji's.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else like to add?
Hare Krishna Mataji, I want to say something.
Yes,
Sanyika
Mataji.
Mataji. Let Sanyika Mataji speak, then I.
Yes, Anvika Malsa. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Mataji, we were all together. Haripriya Mataji, Radhika, the Saint Jayanti Mataji, and Sureshwari Mataji, and Prabhuji, Dhanvantri Prabhuji was there. Mataji, only what I want to add is that we have to depend on the Lord's presence. We should feel that like the sun, like they said that the sun gives a light, and then if without which the eyes cannot see. So we should always feel, and if we feel the awareness of the Lord, and how can we feel the awareness of the Lord is through the chanting, through the meditation, about the feeling that we feel that the Lord is around through our prayers, and that we can feel his presence all the time. And that is there. And sometimes we are in a despair. Sometimes we feel that we are like getting cut out from the practically. We feel sometimes that we are declining in a devotional service. And then we feel that that gives us a signal for us that sometimes something is going wrong. So that's why as they were feeling the separation, the Dwarkavasis, the same way, like if we are falling down from the spiritual practice, then in that case we have to feel it ourselves. We have to realize that something is going wrong, and then we have to not to get into despair, but to try to get up ourselves and try to re-engage with the Lord, with the devotional service, to get into the association. So this is where what we learn from the 9th and 10th, that since they felt that they were away from the Lord, and how much painful what was it. Same way, when we are falling up in the devotional service, we ought to get that same feeling that we are going down. So, and that's why we should cultivate like a genuine desire. We should not have the rituals only doing it, but the genuine desire, and then that can be only fulfilled by going to temple or increasing the association with our other devotees. So this is what, and then we can any making decision or anything or judgments, we would ask for God's guidance. So that is where for everything we should keep the Krishna there with us, so that even times of tough times, in times of despair, we can resort to his help, Mataji. That is what I feel in the practical applications of it, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Actually, in the first sloka, it says that when Lord Krishna's lip touches the conch shell, it becomes red in color. That shows when the matter comes in contact with the spiritual thing, and it will be spiritualized. So we have to see that we have to make it spiritualized. Whatever we have, everything has to be spiritualized. And again, there is one concept given, Atma Rama. So in the case of Atma Rama, he is a self-sufficient person. So we should have the habit of giving back whatever he has given to us. So that has to be cultivated. And I think towards the last this thing, it is said we have to follow the plans. That 6th shloka, you said we have to follow the plans of Lord Krishna, but we are not even knowing what is his plan. So what we are practically we can do, we can follow the instructions given by our acharyas, Diksha Guru or Shiksha Guru and all. We can just follow, and we can understand whatever they say. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so this is what we learned from 10 texts. That is, whenever matter comes in contact with the Lord, it becomes spiritualized, just like the conch shell became reddened by the lips of Krishna. Okay, that example also you quoted. Yes, the conch shell, the stem of the lotus, and the swan. Okay, it is compared. And so anything coming in contact with Krishna becomes spiritualized. And holy name will eradicate fear. And also we saw the Lord is Atma Ramascha Muneya Nirbandhi Abhyurukrame Kurvandhi Haitukum Bhakti Tam Bhuta Gunahari. So Atma Ramascha Muneya, he is Atma Rama, self-satisfied. And why devotees make offering to the Lord when he is Atma Ram? Because the exchange of love. No, that is a pure devotion. And we also saw Mayavadis as impersonalists, Vaishnavas as personalists. And also why it's important to follow the Lord's plan. And how to do what is his plan for us, that how to know it, that's through the acharyas or following it through the Mahajans. And also text 10 says the attractive influence of Lord's beauty, like how Krishna is full in all opulences and he attracts even the Cupid. So what is Krishna's another name? Because he attracts the Cupid.
Madana Mohan.
Madana Mohini. And Madana Mohana Mohini is Radharani because she attracts even Krishna, who the Cupids get attracted to. So,
Mataji, that's Kandarpa Koti Kamni hai?
Yeah. Kandarpa Koti Kamani Visheshwa. That thousands of Cupid attracts Krishna and get attracted to Krishna. So, but Krishna gets attracted to Radharani. So, just imagine Radharani's beauty. Because Cupids are supposed to be so beautiful and they are getting attracted by Krishna. But that Krishna is getting attracted only by Radharani. So, she is Madana Mohana Mohini. 11 to 15, we'll see how the opulence of the city of Dwaraka is, how opulent it is, and the description of opulence of the city of Dwaraka. Okay, like how, because it's mainly because the Lord is entering there, and also how so many orchards and flower gardens, park and reservoir of bleeding lotus flowers, everything will be seen all around Dwaraka. And we'll see that in next class. Okay, so we'll stop. In between, I'll have extra classes if that is okay for everyone. Or does you have class? I think Radhika Mataji might have class, no? Some days. Any day.
Only on Saturdays, Mataji, at 7 o'clock in
What
the
about
evening.
Mataji, the rest are having shloka classes also.
Shloka class, okay. Bhakti Shastri is
Bhakti
running, no?
Shastri, yes, Mataji, I have on Wednesday, Thursday.
Which chapter you are in, Mataji, now?
I'll be completing chapter 12, and then there is a shloka test on Thursday.
So then Sureshwari Mataji will take over, no?
Yes, Mataji. Mataji, actually, 1 week devotees have asking that 1 week they need an off before the exam. But then when I had proposed 23rd, today I came to 23rd or 22nd is Diwali. So that is an issue.
Govardhan Puja here, 22nd in our temple.
Yeah, Govardhan Puja and Diwali. So I think I'll have to check and then
no problem. You communicate with Sureshwari Mataji and the
I
handover.
have already communicated to her. So
Tentative date is given to me by 29th of October.
Okay, Mataji. Okay. Yeah. So we'll try to complete before that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank
Thank
you,
you for
everyone.
Before that,
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Before that, all of you, please chant once for Deeptimati Mataji so that she can improve her health. She's undergoing some kind of physiotherapy treatment. So we'll just chant for her. Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna. Hare